Show your
Just,
thumb like this.
just
Yeah,
one.
women self-government in civics. So today we are going to learn the next lesson. Let's start our lesson. If my screen is visible to you all can show your thumb like this.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. What happened? Class, very good morning to you all. I'm your today's history civics teacher, Idaya Venkatesan. Let's start with civic subject, urban local government bodies. Okay, the level of our country's administration. You all know in your class level you have a monitor and then you have a class teacher. May I know how many divisions do you have in your school for standard 6? Anybody? Yes, Nikhil.
Teacher, in my school, in sixth standard, there is A division and B division.
Why there are two divisions? How many students are there in A division?
There are in A division there are 40 kids.
And in B?
B 40.
Okay, so as the number of students increased, school has decided to divide the class into two divisions. So it's not possible to sit 80 students in a single classroom. Am I right? Yes or no? Just show your thumb like this. I'm observing you all. So when the number of students increase, you all are divided into two different classes. Although you are in the same standard, you all are learning the same subject, same teachers are teaching you. Then too, for the accommodation problem and for the individual attention to each and every student, you all are placed in two different divisions, that is 6th A and 6th B. Similarly, when the population increases in a particular area, the administration level also changes. For our country, see, as our country is a democratic nation, the administration of our nation is divided into different levels to facilitate the needs of every individual, so that every individual has to be paid attention, or every individual's problems has to be solved, and every individual must get their rights properly. For the purpose of administration, the country is divided into different administration level. First, country level. Country level, administration level, the highest position, we can say president or prime minister of our country. Can anybody say who is the prime minister of our country right now? Who is the prime minister of our country right now? Yes, Simran?
Prime Minister, our Prime Minister
Yes.
Narendra Modi.
Wow, very good, very good. You're a smart kid. Okay, mute yourself better now. So at country level, we have a prime minister who rule us, who make rules for us, and we obey the rules. Prime minister is an elected representative. Okay, people of India voted him. Majority of people voted for him, and then he became the prime minister. In government, in democratic government, we people decide that who are going to rule us, who are going to make rules for us, and we will obey the same rule for our well-being and for the development of our society or our country. Second, there is a state level administration. So there are many states. For whole India, we have only one prime minister, that is Narendra Modi. And we have many states in our country. May I know who is the chief minister of our state, Maharashtra? Who is going to say? Avinash?
Uddhav Thackeray is the CM of Maharashtra.
Wow, very good, awesome. Uddhav Thackeray is the chief minister of our state, Maharashtra. Similarly, there are many more states, they all have their own chief minister. Got it? Now, the part come to the local government. Local government, In Mumbai itself, we have so many wards, and for different wards, we have different councillors. Am I right? Am I right? Can anybody say who is a councillor of your local government? Anybody knows? No, that is the problem. We have to learn about our local self-government. So today, see, union government, that is at country level, that will be PM and cabinet ministers are there. Union government, okay? President and prime minister are the head. And in state government, CM, that is chief minister and governor. And here we are going to learn about the local government. Okay, different social structure. As I said before, as the number of students increased, we are having different divisions. Similarly, what are the different social structure where we find the need for different administration level? Village. In the last lesson, you have learned village level, we have Panchayat Samiti. Am I right? And then from village, when the population increases, it goes to town, a small town. After town, it's a city. And then after city, it's a metropolis city. Our Mumbai is a metropolis city. Okay? Now, various problems in society. Why there is a need of government? As we have many problems in our society, to sort it out, as the structure of the society is different, in rural area, as they are having small scale industries or as they are doing agriculture, they have different problem. They want canals and water facilities for their agriculture. They want electricity for their agriculture purpose. Okay, and in the city level, there are problems may vary. As the number of population increased, their problems may vary. And in metropolis city, the problems are totally different. So to solve this different problem, there is a need of different administration level. I just finished this one. As the structure of the society is different, the problems arising there also differs, and the facilities required are also different. Hence, the local government bodies are also different. So, what are the local government bodies? Two. Local government bodies can be defined into two: rural and urban. In rural, we have Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, and Zilla Parishad. And in the urban, it is Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council and Municipal Corporation. Got it? Again, I am repeating. Today we are focusing on Nagar Panchayat, today we are focusing on Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council and Municipal Corporation. Got it? Just a minute. What is the need of urban local government bodies? Our country has a large number of towns and cities, and they are growing rapidly. Villages are growing into towns. Small villages are converting into towns, towns into cities, and cities into metropolises. The rural area neighboring cities are also getting transformed. The rural area is changing to urban, that is city, town, city, and metropolises. In the previous chapter, we have studied that the nature of local government bodies in the rural areas. In this chapter, we will learn something about the local government institutions in the urban areas. These include the Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council and the Municipal Corporation. Okay? Now, what in this in today's lesson, we are going to learn about regulations of society, regulation in urban areas. What are the rules and regulations we have to follow in urban areas? To understand the structure and functions of the urban local government bodies. What are the responsibilities of local government bodies in urban areas? What are the functions they are doing for the public? And then to obtain information about the administration and office bearers of the urban local government bodies. Now, what is office bearers? Office bearers are the person who hold the authority in the office. As I told, authority of India is given to Prime Minister and President of our country. Similarly, few persons who are elected by our public hold the authority in the office, government office. For them, like it may be a chief minister, prime minister, but who are going to hold the office in urban local government, we will learn today. Now see, Nagar Panchayat. When the Nagar Panchayat form, local government body transitional areas from village to city, population between for 10 to 20,000. The population more than 20 and less than 20,000, there we form a Nagar Panchayat. Got it? The population between, if I'm asking got it, understood, just show your thumb like this. Okay, so that it will be a communication through signs between us. Okay, and then municipal, wait, sorry. Now municipal council, local government body for small urban area population, that is just now it is turned into city or small city. That city we can say the population between 20,000 to 3 lakh. That is more than 20,000 and less than 3 lakh, we will be forming municipal council. Then the municipal corporation, local government body for large urban area population, that is more than 3 lakh. If the population exceeds the 3 lakh, then we form there a municipal corporation. Got it? Nod your head or show your thumb like this. Good. Now, facilities and problem in cities. What are the facility given by the government in cities? Opportunities for industries and business. Expanding service sector. Large scale opportunities for job. Availability of facility for entertainment. So, why the public, already there are more population in the city, why public are again migrating to the city in search of the job? Am I right? In search of the job, better opportunity, they are shifting to city from village. So they are making availability of industry and business. Service sector are expanding. Opportunities of job are more here. Availability of facilities for entertainment like cinema theater, malls. These entertainment facilities are more compared to rural area in the cities. Now, shortage of housing. These are the problems which are listed in black pen. Shortage of housing. As there are more population and less space, there is a shortage of housing. We are all having small houses in the cities. But in rural area, they have a big house. As the population is less and area is more, in rural area, they have a big house. But in cities, we have more population and less space, so we have a small houses. Insufficient space, traffic congestion, lot of traffic, problems of disposal of waste, art, culture, etc. So where to dispose the our garbage and all, that is a big problem in city. Increasing crime are more here. As the population is more, crime is also more in cities compared to the rural area. It's not like that ki rural mein crime rural mein, it's not crime is not happening in rural area, but comparison to rural area, cities have more crime. A large proportion of population in slums. Slums means that not getting the proper facilities for living, that is known as slums. Okay, and then now we will learn about the first one, that is Nagar Panchayat, the population between 10 to 20,000 people, where the population are between 10 to 20,000 public. There we have a Nagar Panchayat. Now what is Nagar Panchayat? The villages that are in process of becoming town. From village to town have a Nagar Panchayat. We see some more areas which are neither fully rural nor fully urban. We can't say that is a rural area, or we can't say that it is a fully town or fully city. That is, it is just transforming from rural to city. That town is no, in that town we will have a Nagar Panchayat. In such areas, the local government body is Nagar Panchayat. See, there are big houses, but not too congested. In this peak, you can see many houses, but not too congested like our cities, metropolises. So this is an example of town and Nagar Panchayat. Now, elections to Nagar Panchayat. As I said before, we are going to elect who are going to rule us, govern us. So, elections to a Nagar Panchayat are held every 5 years. The elected members choose a president and a vice president from among themselves. As we have elected Prime Minister and Chief Minister in the union and state government, in in local self government, we are going to elect president and vice president. Okay, president is elected by the public, and then the official person appointed there is executive officer for Nagar Panchayat. Now this executive officer is a person who is appointed by the government. He is not elected by the public through elections. Understood, beta? President and vice president are elected by public, and executive officer is appointed by government for the execution of the rules made by the president. And execution means the rules which made by the president and vice president, he has to apply those rules, or he has to make available the rules to reach till the people. So executive officer is a person who is appointed by the government by UPSC or MPSC exams, by competitive exams, by merit list, they are sorted out, and then they get their officer post. Now the municipal council. Now the population exceeded 20,000. There are more populations, less space. Now we will change the administrative level to Nagar Panchayat to municipal council. The municipal council is a local government body for small city. Now it is fully transformed to a city. Prior in Nagar Panchayat, it was not fully rural, not fully city, but now it is fully converted into a small city. There we will have a municipal council. See, so many buildings in a congested manner. Okay, it's a peak of city. Now, elections to the council are held every 5 years. Same, in every 5 years we are having an election in municipal council, and the elected representative function as councillor. Here I've asked you prior. Can you name your ward councillor? You were not aware about it. Now see, in municipal council there is a councillor who is elected by the people. As per the recent changes in the Act relating to municipal councils, the president is elected. Sorry. The president is elected. So similarly, as we are having in Nagar Panchayat, president and vice president, similarly we have president and vice president in municipal council too. There is a provision to hold the election of the president simultaneously with the general election of the council. When there is a election for the councillor, simultaneously president election is also conducted. The president of the municipal council is the chairman of all its meeting. Chairman who hold the meeting, who conduct the meeting, is the president of municipal council. He control the working of the council and keep a watch on the financial administration of the council. Financial administration, what are the money, from where we get the money, and in what function we have to spend that money, everything is decided by the chairman. In the absence of the president, that is chairman or president, both are same. In the absence of president, the vice president look after the work of the council. If president is absent, then vice president will look after the work of council. The official person. Now, as we learnt in Nagar Panchayat, there is an executive officer appointed by government. In municipal council, the official person appointed here is a chief officer. Have you all heard about IAS officer? IAS, can anybody say? What is IAS officer? Do you all know? Collector, IAS officer. No?
No, teacher.
Okay, done. This person, IAS officer or executive officer or chief officer, they are giving exams, competitive exams. And if they are passing that exam through merit, they are conducted interviews and they are given trainings, and then they are posted in different municipal council or municipal corporation or Nagar Panchayat at a high class 1 post officer. They will execute whatever the rules are made by the Nagar Panchayat or municipal council. Elected members will make the rule and they will execute the rules. The government officers will execute the rules. The official person appointed there is chief officer. He implements the decisions taken by municipal council. See, he implement. The rules are made by the elected representative, but the implementation is done by the government officers. Understood? He implements the decision taken by municipal council. There are several officers to assist him, and there are many more officers, Tahsildar, or we can say different clerks are there to assist him. Now the municipal council. Functions of the municipal council. Now what are the functions of municipal councils? There are some functions that are binding on the council. They are known as obligatory functions. Now what is obligatory means compulsory function. Compulsorily they had to provide these services to the public. Okay, lighting of the public street lights, providing drinking water. Drinking water we all are getting in our home through pipelines. Public hygiene, cleanliness. Every day roads and streets are clean and your garbage are collected by a man. Am I right? Door to door garbage is collected. Sewage disposal and the garbage is properly disposed somewhere else. Registration of birth, death and marriage certificate, etc. When you get an admission in the school, you have to get the birth certificate from the municipal council. Am I right? Are you getting me? Show your thumb like this. If you are getting married, if any death occurs in your house, you have to register those things in the municipal council. These are the compulsory function of the municipal council. See, street lights, drinking water, cleaning of streets, and then registration of birth and death certificates or marriage and everything. And here the municipal council also tries to provide additional facilities to the people, and these functions are known as discretionary function. Discretionary function means it's optional, additional, extra services they are providing. That is planning new public road and acquiring the necessary land. They are making new public roads or they are reconstructing the old ones. Improving the condition of slums. Slums, as I told you before, who are not having proper facilities to live, for them to provide proper facilities. Creating public gardens and parks. These are the additional services provided by municipal council. Providing secured shelter for cattle are some of the discretionary function of the municipal council. Cattle means cow, goat. If we have in our city like cow, goat and some other cattle, for them proper shelter facility also is provided by the municipal council. These are not compulsory functions. These are additional optional functions. That is discretionary functions. Now municipal council, the sources of revenue. Now they are providing so many facilities. From where they are getting money to give this street light, to give this water facility. From there, where they get the money? That is the source of revenue, income. What are the sources of revenue? Let's learn. Property tax, education tax. If we are owning a property, we have to pay tax for that property to our government. Education tax, water tax, tax on market, grants from the state government. Now the word tax is mentioned means we are going to pay, public is going to pay to the government tax. And grants from the state government means every state government has allotted money to the local self-government, and from that money also they provide these basic services to the public. The municipal council also arrange the health camps and awareness program for the citizens' good health. They also conduct health camp like polio drops and all. You all have now polio. Polio is given to 5 years children. So these health camps are also conducted by the municipal council. Now, I want to ask if you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. Many students were raising their hands in between. Before going to the recapitulate, we will have a short session. of your doubts. Any doubt? Yes, Nikhil?
टीचर सीरीज हिस्ट्री ज्योग्राफी का एग्जाम नहीं होगा?
Related this, I want you all to ask your doubt about this particular lesson which we learned now regarding Nagar Panchayat, regarding municipal council, regarding president, vice president, chairman, executive officer. Regarding these, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Ritesh? Ritesh, you have raised your hand. You have any doubt?
Yes, miss.
हाँ, ask beta.
Municipal corporation is
Municipal corporation. As there few time is left off now, we will learn municipal corporation tomorrow. Okay? Today we have just learned Nagar Panchayat and municipal council. Okay, may I ask you a question now? Where we are residing? In a Nagar Panchayat or municipal council or municipal corporation? Where we are living? In which local self-government? Yes. Simran?
municipal corporation.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Municipal corporation. So we have not learned about municipal corporation today. We will learn it tomorrow. Okay? I want you all to ask. Now you all will know about your, I think, your local self-government body, and for tomorrow you will be ready with your who is the ruling authority in your local body. I will ask the question tomorrow. Get ready with that answer. Okay? Collect that information. All local government bodies have to carry out some essential functions. What according to you are the essential functions of the Nagar Panchayat? What do you think are the important functions of Nagar Panchayat? What are the compulsory services that Nagar Panchayat has to provide to their public? Who is going to answer?
Teacher, water supply.
Yes, exactly, correct.
Health. Health.
Health, okay. Then
Education facility.
education, good. Muskan?
Miss Foods.
Food? Can't
Agriculture.
say food. To provide the facilities for agriculture. If there is agriculture in Nagar Panchayat. But I've told you before, Nagar Panchayat is an area where rural is transforming into city. So maybe there may be agriculture or there may be not. Okay, next. Okay, now we will learn what is the exact answer. Providing potable water, that is pure water, drinking water, government dispensaries for people and vaccination facility. Dispensaries means clinic. Dispensaries, clinic, where doctors are there and nurses are there to treat the people. And vaccination facility, running government schools, primary government schools are run by Nagar Panchayat. Garbage collection and disposal, to collect the garbage from door to door and to dispose it properly. Provide sewage system to maintain cleanliness in the town, etc. The drainage system of the houses are also maintained in a proper sewage system to maintain cleanliness in the town. I want one of the child to read this line, to read this answer. Yes, Shruti?
Providing potable water.
Yes.
Government dispensing for people
Wait.
and vaccine.
This is a short form of government. This is not the correct spelling of government. Government dispensaries. Repeat after me. Dispensaries. Shruti?
For people and vaccine.
I want you to repeat this particular word, dispensaries. Shruti?
Dispensaries.
Yeah, good. Now go ahead.
Dispensaries.
Yeah, very good. Go ahead.
Shopkeeper and
Yes.
vaccine facility. Running
Vaccination.
government.
Vaccination. Vaccination. Repeat.
Vaccination.
Okay.
Vaccination.
Very good.
Facility.
Yes.
Running government.
Okay.
School.
Yes.
Garbage
Yes.
collection and
Yes.
disposal.
Disposal.
Providing sweeping
Sewage.
system to
Yes.
maintaining cleanliness in town, etc.
Very good. Very good. Exactly. Very good. Now the next question. Who is the administrative head to implement the decisions made by the municipal council? Who is the appointed government officer to execute or to implement the rules in municipal council? Who is going to answer? Fast, fast, fast. Yes, Malik. Malik Nazreen. Who want to answer this question?
President, Vice President.
They are the elected representative, beta. I want the government officer who implement the rules of municipal council.
Chief Executive Officer.
Chief Officer.
Yes, exactly. We can say chief executive officer too. Both are right answer. Very good. And now next question. Which
The
local
chief
government
officer.
body? Yes. Which local government body governs the town that are in transition state from village to small city? Which government body we have in the area where it's a transformation from rural to city? Which local government body will be there?
Gram Panchayat.
No. Gram Panchayat is for the village. I am talking about it is transforming from village to city.
Zila Parishad.
No.
Panchayat Samiti.
We are speaking about urban local government. Anybody else?
Nagar Panchayat.
Yes, exactly. Nagar Panchayat. Now it is formed to Nagar city. So it is a Nagar Panchayat, not Gram Panchayat. Okay? Gram means village. And now I have a homework for you all. Appeal from the municipal council calling all citizens to take the following measures to stop breeding of mosquitoes and curb the spread of dengue. Now it is a city municipal council is alerting or appealing for the public that we have to control the spread of dengue. So do not stack old tires, coconut shells, empty cans or boxes on your terrace or around your house. You don't have to do these things to prevent from dengue. In case of persistent fever, go to a doctor without delay. If you have a continuous fever, you have to go to doctor. Keep your surroundings clean. It's a precautionary measures to prevent us from dengue. Now municipal council is asking for help from public. Now in response to the above, what would you do in your house, in your surroundings? So if your municipal council is asking you to do these all things, what would you do in your house to prevent from dengue? This is your homework, okay? In this chapter, we learned about structure, functions, office bearers and officers of Nagar Panchayat and municipal councils. Today we have learned about Nagar Panchayat and municipal council. In the next session, we will learn about municipal corporation and its function. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you can ask beta. Thank you very much.
No teacher, no doubt.